Okay, Dawson. So remember, for this class, you don't have to do all the steps. The only thing that I want that you do is that you draw the bristles, and later we can do the next of the following steps. And at the end of the class, you can, or at the for the next class, you just have to have the bristle draws for me, so I can see them and make sure that everything is going well. So what you have to do um, to to start working, you just have to go to Microsoft Teams in case that you have any doubt. Then you will get into uh, the cell biology one, and again you will find here data. So then here are yours that are Drosophilus pieces for Dawson. Then you have here, you just have to measure 3 legs of each one. Um, so you can start, for example, doing this. You have that, you have to download your files. And I already have some bristles already downloaded, the same ones that are here. So pretty easy. So you open them when you download them. Here they said that they're on 10x. So what you have to do is the following. So you go to image A, open the file, and here I disable the calibration because I had it in a different calibration. And here you have the bristle. So now how you draw it. So here I told you this is the tibia, the first tarsal segment, and the second tarsal segment. So I open the you the PowerPoint that I create for you, and let's see the steps. So the first step is set measurements. I'm sure that you know how to do that, but in case, I just do it. I make this repeat all these steps. So very easy. Here you put OK. Second step, very easy. You belong to this group, so Dawson, and in your case, these legs are in the objective 10x, so pretty easy. We just have to go here, analyze, set scale, analyze, set scale, and here the number is 1.6069, and here 1, and here is as I, and if as you are going to measure all these ones that are 10x, you can put global, and later if you are going to measure one that is not 10x, yeah, you see here the number 10x. If you're going to measure one that is 20x, you can change it. So here you have do the first two steps. Now after setting the scale, you can go to adjust the brightness. So how you do that? You go first to image, adjust, and brightness. Image, adjust, and brightness. Super easy. And if you want, you can zoom in. And these bristles are pretty clear. However, for example, here they can be a little bit confusing. So if you move this one here, sometimes it can be clear. You can make it much clearer. And here you have plenty of bristles. You don't have so you can measure, you can continue with the next step. So I suggest that you go to the pencil, and instead of 2 you can have 4. The idea is that as I said in the next step, okay, you go to color picker, you go and pick the red one. So here left click, color pick. Then you have to now draw the bristles, and we said that we have to draw it inside, outside. So let's go and zoom, and let's draw this one. So here we have a mix between two bristles. Let's measure this one. So I am just, we're going to, I forgot, outside, so I'm going to put just some dots outside. Okay, and now, like, you can do it in different ways. I just sometimes I'm not very good making these lines, and so now I join all the dots. Here, do you see there is a gap? You can join that gap, and if you say, okay, this is not part of the bristle, you can join. So it's going to measure only this region, the region inside, yeah. And this one, let's go to the next step. It said every other bristle, because this one we already took one of this section, so we cannot measure it. We can also do this one. If you can do it faster. I just like to, as I am not very good. You can also, for example, if I made a mistake, Control Z. You only have one Control Z in image J. And if you made a mistake, there are plenty of bristles, so you can redo it or do another bristles. So, and let's do another one. So let's do this one. And I think this is a good approach. Okay, so you can do this the same thing with other bristles like this one, and go and start. You here there is a gap, but you can measure this one and just made lines. In this one, this comb has a lot of bristles. Just by the way, this is not a sex comb, this is not a one, so you can just measure this one that are here. And there is no need that you measure these bristles or this one or this one, just the ones from the sex comb. And good. So now the next step that you have to do is you already imagine that you already finished labeling, I don't know, 5 or 10 bristles. So you can go and save as with this format. I just would recommend you that you save as the similar with a similar name. Just I change here to color. So I add here color. Okay. And why I wanted you to do that, in case that there is a mistake or your computer crash, you don't have to label again all the bristles. Yeah, so in case that I didn't explain anything or that I forgot to explain an important point, if you already have labeled the bristles and you have saved the file, we can go back and fix everything. Okay, so now after saving, so you go here, as I said, image, adjust, and this time you go to color balance, and they said go all, and after going all, they said to you in the next slide that you move this. So let's do it. Here it is. So look, I'm going to disappear the bristles, the leg, by moving this. So if you see, now you only have the red things. Yeah, you have to be careful. You can adjust and check which one is the best way to do it. And maybe this is the best one. Yeah. And I'm going to zoom out. Okay, and here you have only now the bristles, and you can have, in my case, I do not make this longer, I just have 3. You can have 10, 12. That this is pretty quick. And remember, you for the first lecture, you only have to have drawn. You just have to draw the bristles. The next step we can do it later. And the next step is to get rid of this so the software doesn't get confused. And how you do that? Super easy. So we're in step 8. We just have to remove these sections as you did with the embryos, with the scale bar of the embryos. So here you just make a square. Okay, let's see if it's good. So it doesn't touch the bristle. Now you can Control X or clear. There are many ways to do this. Then you say paste the white region. So you just go color, pick this region, then paste it. And remember, go to here to the square and click. So you don't have any square there. So you don't have any problem quantifying the data. So now that you're here, they suggest to make it binary. Super easy. Process binary, done. Then they said go to analyze particles, and I give you all the measurements. Here are all the measurements. I said outlines, so here you have outlines, and I just have to make sure that all of those one are correct. And here you can, if you want, you can also save, or you can keep it like that. Just press OK. Here as you must know, here you should have OK 4, 5, 6. Why? Because I forgot to delete the data before. They should be 1, 2, 3, but it's fine. There is no mistake. There is no holes. And if we do it again, let me do it again for you to show you. So I go analyze particles. Everything is already set up. Here now is 1, 2, 3, and it's there. Now we already got this. We don't have any problems. They copy and paste. Control C. Here you go to the Excel table, and so for example, let me minimize a little bit so you can see it. So you just have to go here to and you copy and paste. You need to have an average. Yeah, you just made this. And here I just want that you write the name of your sample. Very easy. So you go here. This is the sample that we were measuring. So you can copy the name, or you can even the name is even here, so it's fine. So that is done. So we copy the name. We have you have to create the 3 tabs of the 3 legs that you're going to measure for this species. And then later you can put all the data together, for example, all the ones from this species that is Ficus phyla. And that's all. I know there is a lot of steps, but if you have any question, let me know. And if you have any question, just send me an email. Okay, have a good day. Bye.